What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
What's going on, Coach Dan at Lions Talk Live and the Duke Crew. This is Ball Hawk Ifata Melafanu of the Detroit Lions. Everybody make sure you help support the YouTube channel Lions Talk Live by clicking that like and subscribe button. Let's get it and go Detroit.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live and Coach Dan by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
I love nothing more than watching Lions Talk Live every morning. Woo!
Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host once again, Dan Thornton, and I want to thank you all for joining us here today, Saturday, the day before the Buffalo Bills game. Lions Talk Live, you know what? We're going to do it a little bit differently today, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to it. But real quick, just a couple things before we get rolling into today's episode. We're going to break down the playoff scenarios for the Detroit Lions, potentially who's some teams you want them to play, who's some teams you don't want them to play. If you had to pick have your choice of things, leave it in the comments section. What do you think are going to be some of the better playoff matchups for the Detroit Lions? And yes, we'll kind of walk through the remaining games for us, a little bit about the Philadelphia Eagles, whoever else, the Minnesota Vikings, etc. So, all right, real quick, if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so, making that march for 12,000 subs, and we are 180 away from it or something like that at least. Also, if you have a half second of time, it is free of charge. I want you to reach on down, hit that thumbs up button, that like button if you could. As you guys know, it helps everybody in YouTube out a ton. So you're watching this stuff. It doesn't cost you a dime to watch anything on this channel. So hopefully you can return the favor for us keeping it free, and it'll just reach on down, hit that thumbs up button. Last but never least, because I am a working individual and enjoy my 4,375 different jobs. If you're considering buying or selling property, the now or the future, give me a call or shoot me a text. It can be in Michigan. It can be outside of Michigan. As long as it's within the United States, I can try to help you out in some way, shape, or form. Try to use over 30 years of experience in the industry to your behest, save you some time, save you some trouble, save you some money. Give me a call, shoot me a text, 269-998-2384. All right, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into our first segment of the day. And as you guys probably know, it is 5 headlines now. All right, so we're going to do some things a little different today. Let me help you out first by saying there are not going to be 5 headlines today. Trying to get the show ready for this morning, I looked at some of the potential headlines out there, and I was like, man, I don't really want to talk about, Dan Campbell's wife at a, Christmas party did something. And to be honest, it's been 10 days without a game, or I guess technically 9 days. But either way, the 5 potential headlines I thought were pretty weak. So we're going to move on from that instead of boring you with boring topics. We're going to move on and just get talking about the main topic of the day. Main topic of the day, I won't even do the run through. It's going to be the playoff picture, because let's face it, this is a Detroit Lions team that is having an epically good start to its season. Well, I guess you could just say it's having a pretty dang good season. So the Lions are going to be judged on this season, as great as it is, based on what they do in the postseason. Let this sink in, what I'm about to say. If you're a Detroit Lions fan or content creator, reporter, whatever it may be, the Lions don't win the Super Bowl this year, you, me, and everybody in between is probably not going to have the same feeling about the season that we would otherwise. Yes, they have the potential to go 13-1, and then let's talk about it. You're going to face the Chicago Bears, who knows if they even show up to play. I mean, last week was pretty bad for them. I get they got rid of Eberflus, their former head coach, and, the new person coming in is trying to put in their take on stuff. It takes time to put into your new systems, make adjustments. I'm guessing that's why it didn't go so well from them. But hopefully the Lions can face them in a favorable situation, I should say, and just have a real good game against them. From there, you're probably moving on to face the San Francisco 49ers, who may not have anything to play for at that point in the season. A lot of their guys, as you guys know, for basically the whole season, been beat up. They just can't get everybody on the same page. Brock Purdy, he might have cost himself about 10, 20 million this offseason, per season, I should say, as things go forward. Because I would say this right now, I would not be giving him a max contract. I probably would be giving him somewhere between the 25 to, I don't know, man, 35 million a year. But I will say this, remember when Goff signed his contract, and now that we know his contract is really, it's not 53 or whatever million a year as first reported, it's closer to 40 million. Would you rather have Brock Purdy at 35 to potentially 40 million? Or would you rather have Jared Goff at basically the same price tag? I'll leave that to you guys in the Do Crew to discuss that. But moving on from San Francisco, if the Lions really can pull off those wins, and again, tomorrow's win, that's going to bring up the big question. Does Week 18 even matter for this team? It's probably going to matter for Minnesota. It may not matter for the Detroit Lions. So they will have to face a situation. Do we rest everybody and then have them rest if you have the number 1 seed for 2 weeks? Or do you play the starters for a quarter, maybe a half or something like that, just so they don't have any potential for rust? There's going to be a lot of different takes on what to do with these playoffs. You first got to win tomorrow, though. So let's, I'm going to bring this up on the screen. So give me just half a second to get this up here. We're going to go through the playoff picture as it currently stands in the NFL and let alone the NFC. So let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you guys, because I get some of you guys, watch on your phones and stuff like that, like I would, and see if we can make this a little bit easier. All right, so as we all know, we're only going to pay attention to the NFC. Detroit Lions obviously are kings of the NFC right now at 12-1. Philadelphia, we all know, is number 2 and right on our heels. Philadelphia tomorrow faces the Pittsburgh Steelers. We all get it. Everybody who's a Detroit Lions fan is probably a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. If the Steelers can pull off the win tomorrow, then you know what? I think the Lions, it's going to be pretty hard to knock them out of being the number 1 seed. Being as it may, though, let's walk through the rest of it. Seattle Seahawks currently, and we need to keep that in mind, currently are the number 3 seed with their 8-5 record. But now let's scroll on down to who's in the hunt for them. Rams are just a game behind at 8-6. Then you've got the 49ers at 6-8. If they lose this week, I mean, they're done. They're not making the postseason. They're Dunsville. So like we said earlier, I'm rooting against the 49ers. I hope they just lose out, because you know what? That's ultimately, I think, going to be in the Lions' best interest. Cardinals, I almost slipped past them. Sorry about that, guys. They're 6-7. I would actually not mind playing the Cardinals. I think that's a good matchup for us. But you know what? I've been wrong before. They're 6-7. We'll see what shakes out. Also in the hunt, the Falcons. Hey, if you want a favorable matchup for the Lions, the way Kirk Cousins has been playing for the last 3 to 4 weeks, you might want to face them. But are they going to really leapfrog the Buccaneers at this point? It's possible. There are enough games left. They're only 1 game back. But the Buccaneers, obviously the Lions one loss this season. They're currently the number 4 team. Vikings, they're going to make the playoffs. Same with the Packers. So yes, for those who Scooby-Dooing at home, I would say there's probably about an 80% chance at this point, don't hold me to it, that both the Vikings and Packers make the postseason. Unless the Packers lose out, I just don't see a scenario where they're not going to make the postseason. I don't see the Rams overcoming them, although it can possibly happen. The Falcons, man, a whole lot would have to go right and a whole lot would have to go wrong for the Packers. And we'll have to see from there. The Saints, I don't really think they have any realistic opportunity to make it. Same with the Cowboys. The Bears, I guess mathematically are still possible, but I don't see that happening either. And same with the Panthers. Although I will say on a completely different side note, kudos to the Panthers, the Carolina Panthers, for what they're doing there. They have, I think, revitalized their organization, at least in the future, at least in the offseason. If you're a fan of that franchise, you're feeling pretty dang good about those things, because you know what? They were left for dead earlier in the season, and now not so much. They kind of remind me of the Lions a couple years ago when we were 1-5, 1-6. Remember, there were people calling for MCDC to be fired, saying, he was a schmuck. He didn't know anything. He was, just a tall dude who, gives speeches or whatever. I mean, whatever people were saying. Let's be fair. There are a lot of people probably even watching this show saying, this isn't the way to go. We're donezo. And then what happened? Well, you got hot. Team bought in, etc. And from there, history was made for the Detroit Lions. So, again, we're doing this show a little bit differently today. So I'm going to put some questions out to you guys, and let's see your guys' responses. Probably not going to do a full hour show today, Just, I've got some other stuff to do. Plus, I wanted to do the show a little bit different as well. So let me know your thoughts. Who do you most not want to see in the postseason? Who do you think is going to be the worst matchup for the Detroit Lions in whatever we start? If we start the first week of the playoffs, or if we get the bye in the second week, who do you think would be the toughest matchup for us? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section. If you could have your picks on who would be the best matchup for us to play, that, man, we face them, that's an easy win. Also throw that in the comments section. So let's get over to you guys. Like I said, probably not going to do a full hour, but wanted to just try to do something a little different. Didn't want to bore you guys with 5 headlines that didn't mean jack for the Lions. And yes, let's tomorrow's morning show will break down a little bit more in depth the Buffalo Bills game, and then I'll put up the link for the live cast. I am going to try to Scooby-Doo, just so you guys know. I've been working on it a little bit yesterday. I'm going to work on it more today and tomorrow. Trying to Scooby-Doo a way where I can actually, 1, play the audio from the broadcast of the game, and 2, maybe the video. As you guys know, we're not supposed to show the video online of a game, but I think I'm finding a way where I might be able to do it and not get slapped in the face with a hammer by the NFL itself. So I'm working on it. If I can, then hey, kudos to anybody who watches the channel. All right, JDC, morning all, back at you, and hopefully it's a good one, JDC. Just greetings, salutations, do gang. Big time opportunity for us to take a big leap towards the number 1 spot in the NFC. You're not wrong. You win tomorrow, and the other events happen where Minnesota loses, and Philly loses. Then yeah, I think you won't be 100% number 1 seed, but you'd be pretty close to locking up the number 1 seed. Henry Moore, good morning, Coach Dan and Dooku. One more day and a wake up for some Lions football. Agreed with that, 1,000%. And let's get it back because, it's been almost a week and a half. Stephanie, good morning, boys. Exclamation point. Finally have a weekend off, so I'm going to the gym, listening in, and hanging with my girls all day. Love this team and the Dooku. You know what? I think it's fair to say everybody in the Dooku loves you too, man. So enjoy the day off, and yeah, probably don't get enough of those, right? Big Daz, good morning, Coach Dan and Duke crew. Exclamation point. Went to a Christmas party last night and got the white elephant gift of the night, a Detroit Lions mug. Oh, yeah. Well, congrats, man. Nice gift, and yeah, great way to start off the holiday season. Brent, good morning. Dan and Duke crew, Lombardi and no bust. Oh, yeah. So back at you, Brent. Hopefully it's a good morning. Jessica, so who is the one team we don't want to face in the playoffs? Hey, great minds think alike. For me, it's the Rams. I don't know, but I'm guessing a lot of people in the Duke crew would probably say the Rams just because I know I've mentioned it for a week or so now. I'm just over the Goff versus, Stafford thing, that whole, take, and we all get it, man. The NFL, they want to market games. They want to market things, headlines, etc. They want to build up some anxiety for it. For them, I get that would be the approach they probably want. I'm just kind of over it. I'm hoping for somebody new, somebody different, but the other part of that is you look at the playoff picture and the potential teams that you could get. I just don't really see there being somebody new unless maybe the Washington Commanders. I mean, because we play the Vikings, we play the Packers, we play the Seahawks, we play the Buccaneers. Anybody who's making the playoffs that you would realistically face in the first round or second, first game, I guess what I should say for the Detroit Lions. That's really the only new blood out there unless the Falcons were to get in. Even if the Cardinals got in, we face them. If the 49ers got in, we've faced them. The Saints, well, we played them last year. The Cowboys, let's be honest, they're not making it, but if they got in, we've faced them. So good for the Detroit Lions having a great schedule, but there's really not a whole lot of opportunities to face somebody we haven't already played. Let's see, Big Eddie, greetings and salutations. I tend to agree and feel that way as well. Jessica, Stafford is playing very well. Yeah, he is. He is, it seems like, this season. And they can cause issues for the defense. They can. Yeah, the Rams, I think, offense is going to be one of the better ones you could potentially face in the postseason. They're not in yet, but they've got some real opportunities. See, Hookadoo, good morning, Duke crew. This is like the Heinz ketchup commercial. Anticipation is making me wait. And is it 4:30 tomorrow? Not yet. But you know what? Every moment that goes by, you're one moment closer. Big Daz, I've never a playoff race like this before. 12-1 and still fighting for the number 1 seed. Been around since 1955. Yeah, it's a dogfight. We all get it, man. The fact that you could win tomorrow. And I guess for the Lions, you win, Philly wins, Minnesota wins. All 3 teams are still in the race for the number 1 seed. That is, like you're pointing out, that's crazy this deep into it, and especially with that kind of record. Trey, what's up, everyone? Question mark. Thankful we are getting our guys back on defense this week, and it sounds like the next few weeks. Yeah, so for those who don't know, because I do have to remind myself that everybody watches, in the news as innately as some of the rest of us, but it does sound Taylor Decker is going to be back tomorrow. Ali McNeil is going to be back tomorrow. DJ Reader is going to be back tomorrow. Levi Onwuzurike is going to be back tomorrow, and Josh Pascal. So on yesterday's final injury report for the Detroit Lions, there's only one guy on the injury report, and that's Trevor Nowatzki. He's out with concussion. The last time that's happened to the Detroit Lions would have been last year. Even on the week 1 injury report, the Lions had more guys listed on that than they do for this week. So this is as healthy, at least from the injury report standpoint, the Detroit Lions have been all season long. So you're not wrong with that, my friend. It's been a real long time. Big Dad's scene. Okay. Trey, I really want that first round bye for the team. I think most Lions fans would, just because, again, even though we're the healthiest we've been all season, you still have to look at the Lions and say, man, we're beat up. We're dealing with this or that. That rest, I think, for this team would be paramount, would be huge. I get that it'd be huge for any team, but we're being selfish right here as Lions fans and just saying we want it for our team. So can we get it? I'd say right now we're still the leaders for it, so let's hope we can. All right, Big Daz, I just hope there are no re-injuries. It's always the risk, and I know we seem to talk about this most when we talk about Hutchinson potentially returning, and I get it, man. It's the NFL. Anytime you go out there and play, somebody's got the potential to get hurt. It doesn't matter if they've been healthy all season. The wrong hit happens at the right time, somebody's going to get hurt. Tori, good morning, Duke Crew. After this week, I think the playoff picture will really start to firm up. Yeah, probably to a certain degree. San Francisco might not have anything to play for when we face them. That could be a good thing. Who would have thought that? At the start of the year, yes, I agree a billion %. Everybody thought they would be one of the dominant teams in the NFC. We as a Duke Crew did talk about it a lot, though, that I know it was my opinion. It seemed like most of you guys had the same opinion that Father Time was probably going to start rearing his ugly head or its ugly head on them, and that's basically what's come to happen. The downside, I know we already kind of mentioned, is Brock Purdy. I think they're in a tough spot with him. I mean, I think he's a good quarterback. I just don't think he's elite by any means. And so are you going to really pay him the bag like you would have maybe 6 months ago? I guess that's why they get paid the big bucks to make those calls, because it's not what I would do, but they're not asking me either. JDC, I ain't scared. Go Lions! Exclamation point. Beat anybody, beat and everybody. I'm down with both of the above. See, Stephanie, I really don't want to play Stafford again in the playoffs. I get it. I get it. It sounds like most of the Lions fans are kind of burned out on that storyline. Let him go play somebody else. The good part is, if we get the number 1 seed, the Rams would have to make it through that first playoff game because they would probably be the lowest seed in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see what shakes out there. All right, Big Daz, Stephanie, Big Daz, we need to break from the injuries. Yeah, it'd be nice to get through this game with no new injuries, nothing big. We'll see what happens. Burger Time, good morning, my friend. Always good to see you. Good morning, Dan and the Duke Crew. 1 month until playoffs. Keep it going, boys. Woo! One pride. Yes, indeed. One month to go. Hard to believe. I think it's technically like 3 weeks, but yeah, 4 games plus the playoffs. And then, yes, if we get that first round bye, you won't see the Lions for 2 weeks. So, man, it might be tough covering the team for a little bit because some storylines will dry up. Let's see, Big Daz, it looks like 3 teams in the North are making the playoffs. I don't recall ever seeing this before. Man, you might be right, man. I'm trying to remember the old divisional setups. So for those who maybe don't know, there was a time where Tampa Bay was in our division, and I'm trying to remember back then. I know there were lots of seasons where 2 teams made it in. I'm trying to remember if there was ever a time where the Lions, Packers, and Bears made it, and I think there was. Or maybe, to be honest, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, and the Bears or the Lions, some kind of combination. I don't know, man. You're pushing my memory back there a little bit, but this might be the first time. Let's see, Burger Time. Good morning, JDC. Burger Time again. Good morning, Brother Hookadoo. Go Lions. Good, go Lions, and good morning to all of you. Big Daz, you were right on that, Stephanie? Yeah, I think a lot of us are kind of over the Stafford versus Detroit thing. Susan, I think we will see Green Bay, Lions, Mini all make it in. Is that a record, Big Daz? A record, I don't know, but I guess for the new divisional setup, maybe it is, now that I'm thinking about it. JC Bergtime, good morning to you, and back to you both. Susan, Lions Fanatic Bergtime, good morning. All right, France, hope everyone is having a good day. So who would be the best matchup for us in the postseason? Common question this morning. I don't know, man. Let's do this. You're not seeing the Eagles in the first round, so let's take them off the board. In the current setup for the playoffs, and again, I'll bring this back up on the screen just so you guys get to look at it. There we go. Clicking buttons here. I'm button clicking. All right, let me make this. All right, so let's look at it. Let's Scooby-Doo it, I guess. All right, Eagles are out because you won't see them in the first round. Seahawks, you wouldn't see them in the first round. More than likely, at least. Buccaneers, Vikings, Packers, Commanders. I guess if all these teams make it, and that's the format, then I would say probably the best matchup, I guess I'd go with either the Bucs or Commanders, in my humble opinion. The Buccaneers, while they beat us early in the season, Godwin's out. I think their defense, we did have over 400 yards of offense. We just didn't do anything in the red zone. I think they might be one of the more favorable matchups, and they're pretty depleted from an injury standpoint. Vikings, I think, they have offense and defense, so they're going to be a tough out. Same with the Packers. Seahawks, while their defense maybe I don't think is the greatest, I think their offense, especially with the wide receivers, they could cause us some issues. So I guess, the common question, it seems like this morning, who's going to be the easiest matchup for us? I guess at least right now, and you guys have your own thoughts, throw them in the comments section, but I'm going to say Buccaneers or Commanders. And if, again, you got a different opinion, throw it at me, and don't be afraid to. All right, Big Daz, looks like we'll probably de-ace a familiar team. We'll face a familiar team. Yeah, 100%. Play. All right, we'll play. All right, well, familiar team. Cheer 13-1 after tomorrow. I think you're going to be right, 100%. Hookadoo, top of the morning, Bird Time, One Pride. Man Bear, good morning. All be safe. Have a wonderful weekend. Same to you, my friend. Go Lions. Oh, yeah, I'll go with all the above. See, Shamir, let's get this dub 1 week at a time. Yes, indeed. That's some real coach speak there. Rob, greetings and salutations. Coach Dan and Duke Crew. The Lions are the grooviest annual. And 12-1. Yes, hopefully 48 hours from now will be 13-1. Papa Noel, I am finding excitement waiting for tomorrow's game. It is a great time to be a Lions fan. Man, brother, you aren't wrong. It is a great time to be a Lions fan. After decades of not so great, we're on a couple years of streak here of being pretty blessed by being Lions fans. Detroit Matt, good morning. Duke Crew, 35-28. Lions. Goff goes off for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, 13-1. Woo! I'm liking the way you are thinking, Matt. Good morning to you, too. JDC, drone, firecracker, no drone. All right, fair enough. Shoot down the Jones. Yeah, and I know that's a thing over, was it New Jersey? I'm just not sure what it's all been about. I've been so focused on this stuff and then coaching. I haven't really paid much attention to it. Let's see. Big Daz, that spell check is a bear. It is indeed. Jason, as long as the playoff picture brings us to the Superdome, that's all that matters. Superdome or bust. 100% right, my friend. Good morning to you. Quentin, greetings, salutations. Duke Crew, we got this game tomorrow, and the Bears will be done same as San Fran. Yeah, you might be right. They both lose tomorrow. Man, they might have taken some significant win out of their sails. Jameer, did you see Ford Field will have the black lion for this game? I did not see that, but thank you for that. I was unaware. I know we'll have the uniforms for tomorrow, but that's all I was aware of. Let's see, Burger Time. Good morning, Susan. Sosmo, Shamir, that's pretty cool, and it makes sense with the blackout uniforms on. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you're going to wear those uniforms, why not, man? See, Big Daz, Lions are going to look sharp in all black. Woo! I'll go with that. Yeah, I think most Lions fans, maybe not all, but most would say those uniforms do look pretty nice. Let's see, Voltron, I'm hoping that we don't see the Packers, Rams, or Vikings in the first game of the playoffs, but those do feel like the most likely matchups. I mean, let's be fair. The Rams are going to have to win their division, I think, to make it in the playoffs. Unless, I guess they could still catch the Commanders. Yeah, so maybe we don't rule that out. But I'd say it's possible they make it in for sure. The Packers, I don't see them not making it. and the Vikings for sure are in. See, Big Daz, I just want that number 1 seed so we can rest up. Yeah, I think most Lions fans do at this point. Plus, you are assured you're going to have, playoff games in Ford Field. Pat, Rams defense is so-so. Vikings defense is pretty good. Packers D is the best of the 3, I think. I would say that's pretty accurate. I mean, you could be Scooby-Dooing it on a few of them here and there, just a little bit here, a little bit there. Rams defense, I think, is going to have a hard time stopping us now that we're in, full season mode, not opening day mode. And I think that way with Tampa Bay too. The Vikings defense, I think, is legit. And the Packers, yeah, they've got a lot of athletes on that, especially that second layer of the defense. I guess out of those 3 from a defensive standpoint, I'd probably want to face the Rams. From an offensive standpoint, I might rank them Rams first, Packers second, and Vikings third. But again, they're all going to be pretty decent. There's a reason why they're in the playoffs, right? Let's see, Pat. So I would want to face the Rams out of those 3, I guess. Yeah, we're thinking alike there. Probably thinking alike. Burger time, 48-32. I'll take that all day. See, Dave, I think we win tomorrow and the Steelers do us a solid. Let's hope so. Jason, the Vikings schedule looks challenging. They could very easily lose 3 of the last 4 games. So I tell you what, let me pull up Minnesota Vikings schedule. I guess I could do it for all the teams, but I wasn't that forward thinking this morning, I guess. All right, let's bring up the Vikings schedule on the screen here. 1 moment, please, as I bring it up. Let's see if I can make it a little bit I guess that's enough. All right, so for those who can't see, I'll just narrate it. All right, so let's get down to the Vikings schedule. So Monday night, you've got them versus the Bears. Hopefully the Bears can do us a solid, but I'm not anticipating it. After that, though, December 22nd, 3 days before Christmas, could the Seattle Seahawks give Lions fans an early Christmas present by beating the Vikings? I think that's possible, especially since it's in Seattle. After that, the week after that, you got the Packers, Vikings. That would be the big one because they're going to have to win that one. And then at Ford Field, I think they have any chance to win the NFC North. But it all begins tomorrow. We'll see what happens there for them. So, all right, moving back on to the comments section. And where did I leave off here? Sorry, I had to move my thing, my marker. All right, let me try to find it. All right, here we go. Ray, what do you got? The morning, Coach Dan and Duke Crew. Lions win 42-18. That would be awesome if we could win something like that. That would send a huge message. Plus, to be able to rest some people, right? Robert, greetings all do people, and back at you, Robert. JDC Magic 8 Ball says Ford Field, it's beat down time for the Bills. Go Lions. I am interested to see what AG does with all of his new toys, with getting players back. I mean, he's really been kind of mixing and matching things, coming up with some stuff to catch other offenses off guard. I'm excited just from a coaching standpoint to see what he does tomorrow. Joe, Buffalo wings and burgers, exclamation point. Woo! That sounds like a great game meal. So I'll have to eat before I go on air. So now you got me hungry. Rob, playing to win out. That's the only way to be a champion. 100%. Play to win every game, man. Me as a coach, no such thing as a game off. It's not my nature. Robert, Dan O'Damas is very wise, and Jen will find out about him borrowing her towel. That might be true. She might discover a few things. Let's see, Jessica, I do love me some buffalo wings. Who does not, man? I like it near the top of the spice list. How about that? Rob, quote, you can't just turn it on and off. No, you're not wrong there. Scotty Bowman. When you're an athlete, and probably true with a coach, you've got that on button, you turn it on, it's game time, get after it. Let's see, Stephanie, I hope we win by 20 tomorrow. Let's hope so. Trim Reaper, I hit that like button so hard, caught on assault charge. All right, you caught an assault charge? Oh, yeah, I'll go with that, and thank you for hitting the like button. So if you guys can hit the like and subscribe button, that would be great. See, Robert, control the clock, control the game, score. I like the way you're thinking. Miles Mark, Green Sanitations all. How did your team do last night, Coach? We did well. We won. I think it ended up being right around 20, something like that at least. But, hey, we overcame some challenges last night. Had a lot of foul situations with different players. And you know what? Give kudos to the bench for stepping on up. Also want to give a shout-out to one of my players, AJ, recorded her 1,000th career point last night. We've got another girl, Grace, who probably in the next month will be doing that as well. So kudos to AJ on hitting a historic level most high school players do not achieve. See, JDC, Rob, Spinal Tap turned it to 11, 100%. Robert, I hope the Lions fans are loud, loud, loud tomorrow. I got to imagine they will be. I got to imagine that place would be very much like a playoff vibe. I'll see the Trim Reaper. Good morning, coach and crew. Back at you. Thomas, I love the fact that our team looks forward to the challenge. We're not afraid of any team. Bring on the so-called best. Yes, end quote. And MCDC, I think he does a real good job with it. Always says, man, we're looking forward to it. This is an opportunity. We want to measure ourselves. And if you have that mindset as a coach, that does matriculate down to your players. They pick up on it, not intimidated, not like, man, we just had a big game. Can't we just have an easy game here and there? Nah, you look forward to that challenge because you know what? That makes you develop. It makes you better. Hookadoo. Morning, Mr. Miles Marker Grit. I'll go with that. Rob, JDC, MCDC, not as confused as Nigel. It's his job not to be as confused. Okay, we'll go with all the above. JDC laughing. Joe C. Good morning, Coach and Duke Crew. And yes, I will get back to you today since I've got a lighter day today, Joseph C. And thank you. Burger time. No more Rams. I'm over it. Yeah, I think me too, man. It's you know, and I get it. It could happen, but if there was a different matchup, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'd be kind of okay with something that's not the Vikings, the Rams, or the Packers. I'd say Trump treason is in the air. Okay, the season of joy, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. Let's see. Big D, Morning Duke Crew, what's cracking? Hey, just talking a little bit about the Lions and tomorrow's matchup and the playoffs. JDC, whoever is going to the game, I want to hear your son of a guns out here in the UP. Be loud, be proud. I got to imagine they will be. Thomas, control the ball through the ground, limit Buffalo's opportunities, be efficient with the ball, do not turn it over. You know, Thomas, I think you're spot on that you want to control the ground game, keep things moving. My big question, if I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, is what are you going to do to control the Lions running game? Buffalo's Bills defense isn't great. It's, you know, doesn't mean they can't do the right things on any given day, but I think they're going to have to really overcommit to limit that running attack. If that is true, then Goff should have some very favorable setups for him to do play action. See, Rob, you played the team that's in front of you, correct? You can't pick or choose. A champion has to take on all comers, correct? That's the difference between a bully and a legitimate tough guy. I'm down with that, 100%, Rob, 100%. The Trim Reaper, get a restraining order against the like button for liking it so hard. There you go. Beat it down. Drop a big elbow on it. Sarge, good morning. Dan and crew. Exclamation point. One more get up. Go Lions. Wife is home from hospital and doing good. Exclamation point. Thanks for all the prayers. Glad to hear that, Sarge, man. Again, continued thoughts and prayers for you, her, and the family. So hopefully everything continues to go well. See, Dr. Troy, 40 whiners. Okay, we'll go with that. Let's hopefully win by 40. Go with that. Miles Marker, Hookadoo, Bear Lion, good morning, 100%. Good morning to you both. Sarge, 34-17. Lions are winners. Let's hope so. Woo! I'll go with that. Miles Marker, Sarge, yay, happy for you both. 100% there. Hutch Jr., good morning. Good morning, Hutch Jr. How you doing, my friend? Hopefully off to a good start to your day. Dr. Detroit, no discussion. Okay. Burger time, golf all day. He might have a pretty good outing tomorrow just because, again, I think the Bills got to pick their poisons. You know, they can put everybody in coverage, but that's going to kill, you know, their chance to stop the run, I would think. You can overcommit 8 guys in the box all the time to try to stop the run, but now Goff on that line, plus the receivers, the tight ends, probably going to pick you apart. So it's probably going to be a high-scoring game tomorrow, and if the Lions can move the ball, score touchdowns, not field goals, I don't think they're going to settle for field goals very much. Jake Bates might have a real easy day tomorrow because I'm guessing if I'm MCDC, I go into that game going, I can't trade field goals with this team. I've got to put up touchdowns, so it could be possible we go for a lot of fourth downs. Trim Reaper, Goff for MVP. Maybe after tomorrow's performance, he'll edge up a little bit, but I don't know if he's going to win it. I would say it's probably not a strong option for him to win it, but I will say he's going to probably make a pretty good representation or push to be in the top 3 conversation. Derek, good morning, coach and crew. There's a good reason to want to play or not play each of these teams, but I don't want to see the Rams again. Yeah, I think most of us are over the Rams thing just because of the sideshow that comes with it. I get you there, Derek. Hutch Jr., what up, brother? We'll find out. Vern, what do you got? Good morning, coach. Would you let your players play the last game if you know it didn't mean anything? Me, myself, and I would let them probably play. I would treat it almost like an old school preseason game. Let them get a quarter, maybe a half at the most, and then rest them. Because my worry is with the bye, the plus side is the rest. The downside is also the rest, in my opinion. The body starts forgetting how to handle that physical contact and just some of the punishment that goes along with football at any level, not just, the NFL. So I would want them out there, keep them somewhat sharp, keep them, not getting rusty, and then get them out of there, let the backups get in there. That's what I would do. Lions Talk Live fan, I want to see Hooker on certain downs. Maybe he might get that. Trim Reaper from undesirable to undeniable. Exclamation point, go Lions. Woo! And good morning to you too. Lions Talk Live fan, quarterback sneak. We might see a few of those for maybe especially for Hooker. Courtney, Sonic and Knuckles are going to give the Bills fits! Exclamation point. Just rooting the Packers can smack the Vikings around Sunday. Yeah, and I'm hoping we can get some separation from Philly and Minnie. We'll have to wait and see. Burger Time, Falcons have a tiebreaker or Bucks. They beat them both times. Well, we'll see if they get there. And again, Kirk Cousins is not playing well right now. Now, it doesn't mean he can't fix it in the next month and get back, right or something. But right now, he's probably one of the more desirable quarterbacks to have to face. Miles Mark, Crazy Legs, Goff gonna get 50 yards rushing. We'll see. That would be something, wouldn't it? Miles Mark smiling, 3+ yards this game. He's out to set records. Let's see, Rob, the Packer plays with too much pride. The Pack plays with too much pride. They're not the class of the North anymore, but the organization is legit. Yeah, I agree with that. They've done a good job for decades now. They're chased for a long time unless the panic, the Rich Rod available. Maybe they go after Rich Rod, 100%. Rick, only issue I have with the Lions is the third quarter. I would like to see more scoring and ball control. Maybe that's what they'll do tomorrow, Rick. We'll see. Buffalo Billy, the Doo-Doo Crew, Bills Mafia has invaded Detroit. The 5-minute sub mode on this channel sucks. Also like your team, Josh Unstoppable Allen. Yeah, sorry, man. You got to be a subscriber to comment in here. Just it keeps out some of the people that just come in trying to troll. So sorry about that, Buffalo Billy. All right, Big Daz, I don't want to see Green Bay. I would like the Falcons. All right, I'll go with that. Yeah, I think a lot of Lions fans would probably be okay with the Falcons. Rob, how did the Red Wolves do last night? We won. I want to say it was 72 to, 40, 46, something like that. Don't hold me to it, but we had to overcome some challenges last night. Here's Johnny. Lions have a lot of players to evaluate now. Correct. I agree with that. Martin is Sorsdale need to pick it up. In your opinion. Martin, I actually like what I saw on tape from him last week. Sorsdale, we haven't seen him all season. So he's on the 53, but he's been active. I want to say every game. Maybe that's not right. Maybe he's been active for 1 or 2 games, but I can't even remember the last time he's been on the field. Last I can remember him on the field would have been last year. So I don't know. We'll see. Trim Reaper, I'm over the Rama. The Rama drama. Would rather go through our home away from home Green Bay. Okay, we'll see what happens. Fern, Coach, there are no easy wins in the playoffs. You're not wrong there, man. Everybody's going to be a challenge. Just some might be less of a challenge than others. Let's see. Man Bear, Philly, hardest San Fran, easy. Okay, I'll go with that. Bills Mafia, Bulls Mafia. All right, we'll go with the Chicago Bulls, I guess. I don't know. Kim cannot go into the playoffs with a mindset there's an easy win. Correct. Circumstances can change for any upcoming game. You're not wrong with that. Detroit D, green salutations. Same to you, my friend. Always good to see you. Earl, good morning, Dan. Good morning, Earl. How you doing, my friend? I'd see Miles Martin, Bills Mafia. Such a sweet talker. Kissy, kissy. All right, there you go. Detroit D to everyone, and back at you, my friend. Let's see, Rob, Buffalo Billy, the Bulls. Yes, it's Chicago Bulls. Hey, the Bulls travel, right? Buffalo Billy, sweet talker. That's coming to Detroit and kicking butt. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Let's see, Rob, wrong sport. Yeah, the Bulls do not play in the NFL, although I might like that matchup, Lions versus the Chicago Bulls. Flathead Frank, Bucks and Eagles are the worst matchup in the NFC. I'd rather not facing a strong D line that's good against the run. I don't want to see Stafford either. Well, we're going to have to see who we get. JC, what an interesting end of the season it is when the team you back rocks. Yes, correct. And they are on their way to the Super Bowl. I think we are 100% with that, JDC. Earl the Pearl in the house. Yes, you are, my friend. And yeah, I remember Earl the Pearl. Great player. Great player. Same old. We got what's up, Dan and Dooku. Let's go, Lions. Woo! And back at you. Good morning to you, my friend. Matt, going to Chicago game next week, exclamation points. Second ever Lions game. Can't wait. Sitting in row 5 right behind the Lions bench. Going to be freezing. Yes, it is, man. Get some of those body warmers and stuff and enjoy it. Hey, my brother Tim, Buffalo Billy, yes, that really is my brother Tim. So, yes, we'll see if what the Bills will be doing tomorrow. 100% with that. Buffalo Billy, you guys haven't seen anything like Josh Allen. Is Kirby Joseph still playing dirty? Knee hunting. Hey, man, there ain't nothing dirty about it. Otherwise, he would have been suspended, right? And no offense, reviewing some of your guys' defensive film, it does seem like a lot of your guys hit below the waist. So that would be the same thing, right? All right, let's see. Frank, I forgot about the Packers. I don't want to see them either. Well, we're running out of teams we do want to see. I mean, let's face it. The Lions are going to face somebody who's a pretty good team. There's a reason why you make the playoffs. And if we do get the first round bye, you make it to the second round, there's a reason why you're there. Here's Johnny. Lions got to play somebody. Bring them on. Skip the Bills. I'll go with that. Buffalo Billy is going to be crying Sunday night. Probably true. Very true with that. Jason, Buffalo Billy Broski. I didn't even think about that, Jason. Your Bears still have a chance? So you're saying there's a chance. Let's see, Broski Bear. I mean, Chris Foster. Detroit Toilet is known for a few things. 0-16. Man, you bring up the same stuff, man. Chris, no offense, man. Come up with some new material. You're talking about, okay, so let's look at the end. 3 playoff wins the past 7 years. How many of those were last year? Now, let me ask you this, Chris. When's the last time Chicago won a playoff game? I'll wait. So who's more recent? Detroit Lions or the Chicago Bears? I'm gonna guess we're all gonna say the Detroit Lions have been more relevant in recent years than the Chicago Teddies. All right, Daddy Gamer, what do you got? Hey, Buffalo Billy, go home and get your shiny box. Yeah, might have to have him do that. Derek, the question is, who doesn't want to have us play us in the playoffs? Yeah, I don't think any team is lining up to playoffs just because the type of football we play. I'm guessing they would like to go somewhere else. Here's Johnny. Yeah, probably Roski Troll. I would say there's a strong possibility of that. All right, first, the Tigers and now the Lions. It's been a great year. It has been 100%, my friend. Let's see, Brent Sewell said it best. Come and get some. I'll agree with that. Buffalo Billy, I will be inside Cozy Ford Field celebrating a win. What happens if they don't win, though? Will you still be celebrating? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Tim, Chris Foster, where's the Bears this year? Yes, they are at the bottom of the pack, bottom of the list, all the above. Vern, easy teams to beat is the Falcons, but hard to beat Philly. Yeah, I'll go with that. And the other part is the Falcons get in. I mean, I guess we'll wait and see once the playoffs finally get fully dictated who's going where and stuff. I'd see Derek, let's see, bless them boys. JDC, I'll go with that. Chris, the Bears are not 9-4. You're not even close to 9-4. Let's see, Rob, yes, indeed. I'm hoping the Red Wings can figure it out. I'll go with that. Let's see, Chris, 5 titles before you can talk. Man, Chris, you want to talk about ancient history. When's the last title? How long ago? Like 40 years ago? Marty McFly, took off to Back to the Future back then. That's about how relevant you are, my friend. See, Derek, me too, Rob. I'll go with that. All right, Chris. Broski Bear, I'm sorry, my friend, you're out of here. All right, moving on from Broski Bear. Hey, bye, Broski Foster. Yes, I just put him in timeout again. I'd say, Rob, someone learned to use copy and paste. He did, man, and way too much. Michael, hey, Foster, didn't you get blocked already this week? Yes, he seems to be a repeat offender. Keep talking, Billy. I'm down with that. Burger time. Henry Moore, I'm thinking the Tampa Bay grudge match in the playoffs would be a great playoff game. You're not wrong. I mean, they would all be good matchups because they would be compelling matchups. Oh, we beat them last year, and they are our only loss this year. Don't really care to see the Lions-Rams again. Yeah, that's the problem I have with it. It's not that it wouldn't be a good game, but just all the other stuff that goes with it. We've been there. We've done that. Here's Johnny. Bills are a one-trick pony, but probably a lot of truth to that. Buffalo Billy, I will keep talking after we destroy the kitty cats tomorrow. All right, fair enough. See, famous RW, good morning, coach. Headed back to Detroit for the game tomorrow. Woo! Go have a good time, my friend. Go have a great time. Enjoy it. Jason, Chris Foster's Teddy Bears playing soft. See you in a week. We will see them just then. Flathead Frank, I'm not as scared of the Commanders, Vikings, or Falcons. We should beat anyone and are getting healthy. I would take a healthy old offense line and face the worst matchups. I'm down with that. And good point on that, Frank. JDC, Chris Foster, yeah, they called Chicago the Windy City for a reason. They're fans. Yes, all they do is talk. NFC Central, love that division lineup. Yeah, back in the day, yeah, it was a good lineup there, Burger Time. Courtney, Duke Crew, join me in prayers for a healthy team rest of the way. I'll go with that. Let's see, Derek, you're saying the Bears fans blow? You might want to have to talk to one to find out. Well, let's see. Here's Johnny. Courtney Nicholson, prayers. Henry Moore, after this weekend, let's go into Chicago and make us some bear meatloaf. Sounds good to me, especially with some hot sauce. Who doesn't like hot sauce? Hookadoo, Buffalo Billy, you're going to have a buffalo hunt tomorrow. Get ready for some buffalo burgers. You know, and I get Josh Allen in, give him all the thoughts and praise you want. I also think, my personal opinion, you guys heard it yesterday with Dan O'Damas, I think we win by like 14 or 15. And it's nothing against the Bills. I just think, to be fair to them, they've gone cross country and stuff like that. A little bit less rest. They haven't been able to practice. Their defense is not good. I just think as long as the offense doesn't shoot themselves in the foot at all, the Lions really could win this game by, like I said, 14, 15, something like that. Richard, I want to see Tampa Bay again. We might just get that. JDC Buffalo Billy is flat and warm like anyways. Okay. Let's see. Brent, Bills will get worn down by our trenches and lose 44-31. I'll take that. Henry Moore, I have Buffalo in the freezer. Bull burgers. Yep, I do like Buffalo burgers. They are pretty dang good. Let's see. Rob, the Lions are having wings for dinner this Sunday. Stuff pizza next. I'll go with that. Flathead, in the NFL, the first seed plays the lowest remaining seed after the bye. Correct. So whoever makes it out, we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Here's Johnny. Lions 38-31 over Bills. I'll take that. Derek, I agree with you, Dan. If we can get the Bucks or Commanders after the bye, that would be great. I will take that. My sister Lisa, Buffalo Billy, your defense isn't good. Not as much as. Okay, don't forget to wipe your chin off after the Lions. Fair enough. All right, man, having a family affair here. Brent, Buffalo's secondary is going to get shredded. Bills are soft. I agree with that. Yeah, I'll go with that. Hookadoo, 34-24 Lions roar. I concur. Here's Johnny laughing. JDC, I must admit, the Buffalo is an ugly-looking creature. Fair enough. Harrisville, Brosey must be a Bills fan now. Probably some truth to that. Probably a lot of truth to that. Flathead Dan, I tagged you on Facebook with a video of the grounds crew painting Ford Field late last night. I'll check that out. I did see I had some stuff on Facebook. I just haven't gotten to it at all. Let's see. Here's Johnny. Rams over Bills with 6 TDs. I'll go with that. Tim Thornton. Buffalo Billy, your defense isn't good, but they aren't as good as you don't forget to wipe your chin. Okay, we'll go with that. Let's see, Derek. Billy's been smoking the Buffalo chips, but there could be some truth to that. Don Burr, wow. Chris Foster was here. He was indeed. Okay, Coach Dan, you want some hot sauce on your Buffalo burger? Man, bathe it in it. I put that hot sauce on everything. Don, he picks on me in all chats. Fair enough. JDC, Lions D will squash Josh. I'll take that. Don Burr, no fake Don or Burr accounts here, Chris Foster. There you go. Rob, Buffalo is playing the, quote, Detroit Lions, not the BC Lions. Ooh, maybe he had us confused. See, Brent, Captain Jack will knock Josh Allen out the way back to Buffalo. Oh, yeah, I'll go with that. Billy Von Miller hasn't done anything this season. Let's be honest, man. Come on, stop it. See, JDC, Z Factor, correct. Rocky, good morning, Coach. I got my granddaughter this weekend to keep me busy. Luckily, she is a Lions fan, and we're watching the game together. Woo! Enjoy it, my friend. Rock, she is the reason I got back into coaching. Okay, that's fair. And hey, glad you're back in it, by the way. Here's Johnny. Sable Knocker, Bills coming tomorrow? Probably. See, Brent, Von Miller is not doing anything against Sewell. Facts. Yeah. Has Von Miller done anything this season? I mean, no disrespect to the guy. I just haven't heard his name at all this year. JDC Buffalo Billy, I ain't scared. I'm glad you're not. Let's see, scared? Nobody's scared. Okay, does golf scare you, dumb? Yeah, we'll find out. Let's see, Robert, Buffalo sounds like Broski. Yeah, I'd say there's probably a strong connection there. Henry Moore, shout out to my dad. Seen his name pop up on the screen, and all Lions fans, exclamation point. Make some noise tomorrow. I'm going to imagine it's going to be very loud in there tomorrow. See, Michael, laughing out loud, bye-bye, Billy. There you go. Singing them bye-bye-bye. JDC, my eye, Buffalo Billy. Flathead Frank, Josh Allen is overdue to throw some interceptions. Might just do that. Rob, JDC, Ranch, there you go. Let's see, Buffalo, Bills, obvious. Yeah, you said that like 80 times, dude. JDC, Smoke Allen like a good doobie. I'll take that. Brian, Packers don't play Minnesota. Minnesota play Chicago. Right. The Minnesota and Green Bay play, I want to say it's in 3 weeks. So, yeah, sorry about that, Brian. Brent, Z-Boom affecting coming. Correct with that. Rob, let's see, JDC, Rob, yep. Cheech and Chong, rock, and they rolled. More, what do you got? Good morning, Junior. I am staying away from this weekend per the little lady. If you want to do anything, hit me up. Fair enough. See, Sarge, congrats on the win, Dan. Thanks for that, man. Yeah, the kids did a real good job. I gave them today and tomorrow off just to kind of celebrate that. All right, JDC, party at Henry Moore's. Woo! Duke crew incoming. I'll go with that. Eddie's Fish, what to see the Lions put 50 on the Bills and smack the Bills upside the head? I think you might see the Lions score a few points tomorrow. Morgan time. Hey, Buffalo Bill, how are those Chiefs? We'll find out. Jonathan J., I think Reader will play, and how do we contain Allen? I think Reader will play. My guess is, and it's just a guess, don't hold me to this, Jonathan. I think you're going to see Aaron Glenn do basically the same thing he did to Caleb Williams and then also Jordan Love. I think he's going to do a lot of delayed blitzing to take away the rush lanes. If Allen's going to get out of containment, he's going to have to go out wide. You know what? And with the blitzers, it's going to be a tough thing for him to do consistently. Doesn't mean he can't do it. I mean, the guy is a great player, but that's my guess what they're going to do. All right, let's see. Buffalo, best team in the football? Not according to your record, right? I mean, you just lost to the almost 500 Rams. Let's see. Burger time. You should worry about them so guys don't choke away another season. We'll find out. Canadian, yeah, maybe they're the best team in Canada. I didn't think about that. Sorry about that, Buffalo Billy. You might have the best team in the CFL. Let's see, Rocky, Buffalo Billy, Broski's brother might be related. Bird time, loving it, Tim. There you go. Brent, put the pipe down, Billy. Hey, you got to start off early in the morning, right? Any more, JDC? Let's go, JDC. Oh boy, here we go. Not wrong with that, man. And here I thought it was going to be a shorter show. Miles Margaret, Tim Thornton, hi, Coach brother. Yes, see, that is my brother. And then Lisa is one of my sisters. Let's see, Burger Time. Chris is a clown, probably. Let's see, JDC Henry Moore. My party days are over. Yeah, join the group. Join the group, my friend. The Trim Reaper, have a great day, coach and crew! Exclamation points. Woo! Oh yeah, go have a great day, my friend. We'll see you on the next one. Miles Meyer, Derek Lewis, good point. They all worried about the Lions? Yes, they are worried about the Lions. 100%. Bird time. Face it, this isn't same old Lions. We run the North. Exclamation point. 33-8 last 41 games. That's impressive. Yeah, the Bears can't say that, can they? I don't think the Bills can say that either. Let's see. Hey, what's this? Hey, thanks for this, man. I want to bet the strongest teams. I don't want to hear that we lucked out. Waited 50 years for this. Go Lions. Hey, NP New York 1970. Thank you for that very much, man. I will enjoy a delicious Mountain Dew and maybe a little bit more with that. So thank you very much for that. And, just for that, I'm going to give you a 1, 2, 3. Let's give you a... Thanks again for that. Thank you very much. Hookadoo, JDC, and a little bit more magic dust. Fair enough. Eddie's Fish. The Commissioner Goodell, how about them Detroit Lions? And go cry yourself a river, Commissioner Goodell. Yeah, probably very true. JDC, it helps with a reindeer and 2 Hookadoo. Okay, the laughing says Hookadoo. Flathead Frank, Coach Dan, you can skip comments from trolls if you wish. Yeah, I'm skipping most of them, and I blocked whatever his name is, the other Broski account. William, I'm not worried about playing any team. Correct with that. They should be worried about playing us. I'm going to guess they probably are. 1,000%. Courtney, I don't have to fear any team. Correct. I don't think we will. Here's Johnny, the one pride. There you go. Non-laughers, the Lions. 1L was a second game this season. Yeah, our one loss. Only a starter. Our starter only had been on the field for 1 game, not in preseason. Correct with that. 100%. JDC, Puff, Coffee and Lions Talk Live. You got to love it. Great combination. The non-laughers, I think we would destroy Tampa. I do too. I think that'd be a very good matchup for us. The non-laughers still had the rust on it. Agreed. Phil, good morning. Back at you, Phil. Hopefully it's a great morning. Sarge, Dan, does Jen kiss you before or after the hot sauce? A lot of times before, because she is uber sensitive. She does not handle spice well at all. And I don't remember where we were, but it was like a month or 2 ago or something like that. We went somewhere to eat. I didn't even think this stuff was spicy. And then she gave me a kiss afterwards. And yeah, she said her mouth was on fire. The lips were burning. I was like, man, this stuff wasn't even hot. Ezra, great. Good morning, Dan and the new crew. Same to you, my friend. Always appreciate you being in the comment section and the show. Let's see, Johnny. What's up, Dan and crew? Exclamation point. Happy weekend. Big running day for the Lions tomorrow, 100%. And for those who don't know, go check out Johnny Gaz. He does phenomenal YouTube stuff, content on the Detroit Lions. Always love having him on the show. And if you guys get a chance, check him out if you want some, another good content creator. Courtney, let me see. Lions beat Rams, and how did the Bills do with the Rams? That's a great point. Somehow the Bills fan is somehow oblivious to this. JDC, happy trails, go Lions victory. Good to see you, JDC. See you on the next one. Brett, happy trails, one pride. We'll see you next time. Flat Frank, I would consider putting Carlton Davis or maybe Mosley on. Or if Robertson struggles, drop Campbell underneath. Yeah, could be. They do indeed. Anymore, I got my buddy in Hawaii burning his Cowboys jersey and putting that Honolulu blue. Good for him. Probably a wise move for him. Burger time. Anyone know what officiating crew we have this week? I don't. I haven't paid attention. Sorry about that, Burger time. JDC, Henry Moore, Jr., our conversation at a time. There we'll go with that. Hookadoo, Henry Moore Jr., that's a good friend. Yes, indeed. Rob, let's see, hit that Duke Crew button for Coach Dan, the man. Thanks for that, by the way. Mark, go Lions, one pride. I concur with your assessment of the situation. JDC, all right. If there is breaking news later today, I'll get it over to you as quick as possible. I'll just keep in mind Saturdays, usually there's not too much breaking news. But if there is, I'll get it to you. Otherwise, if you would be so kind, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Do something kind for someone you don't know. Be a good human being, and we'll see you all on the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody.
Excuse me, sir, would you... Donations to the Reverend Moon? Jews for Jesus?
Read about Jehovah's Witness? How about Buddhism?
Help Jerry's kids? Oh, yeah. Scientology?
Or nuclear power?